As always, make sure that you are participating in the discussion during the video. There will be points that we will stop and share our ideas, and you want to make sure that you are well informed so that you can contribute to that conversation. Today, we are going to talk about how to solve problems when you are facing a powerful emotion. Okay, so how do we solve problems when we are facing a powerful emotion? That is what we are going to start and investigate today. And without further ado, here we go. Today, we will continue with our Second Steps curriculum by taking a look at Unit 4, Lesson 17 on how to solve problems. You've been learning about how to calm down. Remember, to calm down, we use our stop word, we name our feeling, and we use a calm down strategy, such as belly breathing, counting, or using positive self-talk. Now, you'll learn about solving problems. To solve a problem, you need to think. Remember, calming down strong feelings will help you think more clearly because it won't let you flip your lid. Here are Leo and Travis. Travis thinks Leo is hogging the swing, but Leo got there first. They have a problem. Let's watch a video to find out more about their situation. Focus your attention on clues about how they are feeling.
My old playground. Recess was my favorite time because I liked doing stuff with my friends, playing tag, playing soccer, and of course, swinging. Leo and Travis like doing stuff too, but they've got a problem.
Hey, let me have a chair. No, I got here first, so I can use it as long as I want. But you're not in the swing. You're just twisting around. So what? You can't tell me what to do. I just want to twist around. I don't have to swing. But that's not fair. You have to give me a turn too. No, I don't. Hey, let go.
Okay, this isn't going well. Hey, guys, what's going on?
Now that you've seen the situation, how are Leo and Travis feeling? How can you tell? Share your ideas with your class. All right, how are these gentlemen feeling and how can you tell? Aiden Hampton.
Leo is feeling angry because he got there first and Travis tried to take over.
Thinking about the situation, able to empathize with it. Aiden G, how are they feeling? How do you know?
So Leo, he is feeling mad and Travis is feeling mad too because their eyes are like kind of squinted.
Yeah, looking at facial expressions as clues for emotions. Thank you. Oscar, what do you think, man? How are these gentlemen feeling? How do you know?
I think that both of them are mad, and I think Leo is like annoyed.
A different emotion word, annoyed. Why is Leo annoyed?
Because when Leo was just like on the swing, and Travis came in and tried to like get on because Travis said that you're not even swinging, but Leo said that he doesn't need to.
Yeah, so thinking about the situation and what it would feel like to be in that. Terrence, how are these boys feeling and how do you know?
Both of them are feeling mad because they're both pulling the swing.
Yeah, they're both pulling, so we can look at actions as well. Leah, last one. How are they feeling? How do you know?
I think they're both feeling paranoid because Leo's feeling paranoid because Travis just came in and started trying to swing on the swing.
Yeah, so might be feeling like, hey, you're trying to take something from me. Why are you doing that?
And Travis is paranoid because um Leo won't share the swing with Travis, so he's paranoid.
Might think like, hey, you've got something against me. Why aren't you doing this with me? Yeah. All right, let's take a look.
Leo and Travis are feeling irritated, upset, and frustrated. We can tell by looking at their facial expressions, considering their body language, and thinking about the situation that they are in. These boys can't think clearly about how to solve their problem. They need some help before one of them does something hurtful. Anthony is ready to help them solve their problem. Let's say the first step of the problem-solving steps together. The first step starts with an S, and it stands for Say the Problem. What does the S stand for?
Say the problem.
Now, listen to Travis and Leo say the problem. As you're listening, focus your attention on what they say and how they say it.
So swinging is supposed to be fun, right? But it doesn't look like you're having much fun. What's the problem?
Travis is trying to take the swing from me, and I got here first. But he's not even swinging. He's just twisting around.
It sounds like you're stuck, and you're not going to be able to swing your way out of it. I think this calls for the problem-solving steps you learned.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to make an S, but it's not working.
S? I get it. S is the first step.
Yeah, S. Say the problem, remember?
The problem is Leo is always hogging the swing, and he never uses it for swinging. The problem is Travis is always telling me what to do. I never get to swing by myself because of you.
Oh, you both sound pretty angry. I feel like that sometimes. What works for me is taking a minute to calm down. If you can calm down, then you can try saying the problem without playing.
Here is the image of what the boys said in the video. What does Travis say? Travis says, he always hogs the swing, and he never uses it for swinging. Does he sound respectful? No. What about Leo? What does he say? Leo says, he always tells me what to do. Does Leo sound respectful? Definitely not. When we use words that blame others, we sound disrespectful in our tone of voice. It blames the other person or makes it the other person's fault. Words like you, always, or never can be blaming words. Phrases like because of you or you made me are also examples of blaming language. Blaming language is not respectful, and it can make others angry. It also makes it difficult for us to accept our responsibility for contributing to the problem. It's hard to solve problems when you're angry. Right now, Travis and Leo are angry. How can they calm down to solve the problem? We know that the boys need to stop, name their feeling, and use a calm down strategy. Once they're calm, they can try to say the problem without blame. Think about how you would say the problem. Let's watch to see if you would say the problem the same way that Leo and Travis choose to say the problem now that they've calmed down.
When you calm down, I know you'll be able to solve your problem. Start by using your stop signal. Then, name your feelings.
Chillax. I'm feeling super mad. Cool it. I feel angry.
Okay, good start. You've named your feelings, so let's do some belly breathing to calm down. Then, you can work on solving the problem. Well, I know I feel calmer. I think you're ready to work solving your problem with STEP. We started with S, which is
See the problem. I said it. Leo's always hugging the swing. And I said Travis is always bossing me around.
when you say the problem using words like always and never, you're using blaming words. That's going to make the other guy feel like it's his fault. And if he thinks you're blaming him, he's going to feel bad. Those kinds of words fall into the disrespectful category, and we're all about being respectful. Let's try something that'll help you say the problem without blaming anybody else. Travis, tell us what you want or need.
I want to turn on the swing.
And what do you want or need, Leo?
I want to finish my turn on the swing.
So if we put both of those wants together, we can say the problem without blaming. The problem is you both want to use the same swing.
Yeah, and I want to twist around on it. Travis wants to swing, but I don't. So now what?
After calming down, Leo and Travis say the problem without blaming each other. Now, they're ready to use the next problem-solving steps. Next week, we'll see what those steps are and how Travis and Leo use them to help solve their problem. Today, you're going to practice identifying blaming words inside of statements. I'll model one for you, and then you'll complete some on Seesaw. We read a scenario today where Travis and Leo are arguing over the swing. Travis says, "You're always hogging the swing." Always seems like a blaming word, and I don't think it's true. There are plenty of times in his life when he's not on the swing, but Travis makes a statement that makes that seem untrue. He also says, "you." Instead of focusing on his own issue, Travis chooses to put the blame on someone else. Then we hear Leo respond, "I never get to swing by myself because of you." Never is a blaming word. It's also an absolute that isn't true. The statement "because of you" also puts the blame on Travis instead of him expressing his problem himself. So our blaming words are always, never, and because of you. Today on Seesaw, you will practice saying the problem without the blame. You'll do this by removing the blaming words from a statement and identifying them as problematic. Your teacher will go over the directions with you.
All right, so blaming words, we don't want to use these as they can make other people feel angry and don't help us solve the problem. In a moment, you're going to go into a breakout room. Inside of that breakout room, you are going to listen to the recording be read about the scenario and the blaming statements. You and your partners are going to keep track of the number of blaming words on your fingers as you hear them. Then you'll write the blaming words in the space provided. So today, you're not working on solving the problem or giving advice or how to calm down. You're just identifying blaming words that we don't want to use. Okay, so what words do we not want to use when we find ourselves in these situations? Okay, so when you click on the add response in a moment, you will see the first one is that video example that you just saw. The second one is where you and your partner will work. Listen to the recording right here. Keep track of the number of blaming words on your fingers, and then write them in the space provided. What words are not helpful to the people in the scenarios? Okay? What questions can I answer about what you are getting ready to do? Questions, questions, questions. Okay. Inside of your Seesaw activities, this assignment has been unlocked to you. Go ahead and click on the activities light bulb to refresh your feed, and you will see Second Steps, Unit 4, Lesson 17, Blaming Others right up top. Okay, click on that add response, and that will open up the work that you need. I'm going to go ahead and set up your breakout rooms for you to solve those two slides together. All righty, awesome. Here come your breakout rooms. You are going to solve all of those slides. There's just 2 of them that need to have your work, and we'll come back together to discuss at the end of about, let's go with 4 minutes, okay? All righty, here you go. All righty, that was a little bit longer than 4 minutes, but I was able to see your screens and knew that you needed a little bit more time, so it was granted to you. If you did not finish, click on that orange check mark to save your work as a draft, and we'll be working on that during your independent work time today for ELA. If you did finish, go ahead and click that green check mark to turn it in, and we will get started with our reading after we finish up. Alrighty.
We doing Jessica Piper?
Now that you have got that turned in, I want to kind of recap with you guys. Blaming words are something that you will encounter and have to kind of fight off for pretty much the rest of your life, okay? When you are having a conversation with someone and that conversation gets difficult, a lot of times we immediately in our head want to tell that person what they're doing wrong. And then we want to use words like always, you always do this, or I never get to do this, and things like that. Make sure that you are thinking about what is actually true, okay? Words like you always do this aren't true, because there are plenty of times when they're not doing that, whatever it is, they're not interrupting you, they're not yelling, and so it's not fair to put that on that person. At the same time, it's still very important to express yourself. So changing that is what we're going to begin to talk about next week as we say things like, I feel like this is what happens. We'll talk about that when we get there. But make sure that you are thinking actively about blaming words and choosing a different phrase when you're in the middle of that frustration.